So I'll start this video just by saying I'm definitely not encouraging people to do these exercises. In fact, I would tell you guys not to do these exercises. I know the manufacturers do not intend the machine to be used this way. However, I'm just going to be showing you guys, maybe for entertainment value, how I kind of do a variety of standing and even kneeling exercises using a total gym. I'll even show how it differs with the Great Flex as well. But I'll even kind of show and just do some general commentary on just the importance of kind of having fun with the machine, not by doing exercises that aren't intended to be done on the machine, but just the importance of you guys just having fun with the machine and how that can kind of carry over to just regular use of the machine and just long-term adherence to the machine as well. What you're seeing now is just showing you guys how easy it is for me personally to kind of get on and off the machine. This is a lot easier going from the total gym than Reader Ultimate Bodyworks, which was my old one, was kind of wobbly and everything. Definitely have had some close calls with this thing. However, I would say the biggest risk on this machine is not having, if you're having your feet parallel, then for me, that's when I kind of feel like I'm going to fall off. Or you got to be really careful when you get on and off the machine not to move your arms too much, not to have the cables kind of wobble too much. Otherwise, if you're kind of on the machine in a staggered stance, I should say for me, when I'm on the machine in a staggered stance, I really feel pretty stable, and I'm not someone who really likes to take unnecessary risks. In fact, I've even doing things like I do rollerblading now in the summertime, or even like I sold my one-wheel electric scooter just because I kind of felt like it was just too risky than I kind of felt the control for. I will say with the total gym, yeah, you feel more stable, but I'm always kind of cautious about the rollers, the sled kind of popping off when I'm on it. Otherwise, I do a lot of that exercise right here, just like a single arm row. I do this often on the machine. I just feel like I kind of engage my lats. And again, it's just something different, something that kind of fun. I like this just in general. The movement of the sled or the glide board is great. You don't have to stand up on it just to get the great benefit of doing it. But it's just something that kind of, I don't know, just kind of wakes me up, a little more engaging. Yes, there's a risk factor, so the part of that makes it, I guess you could call it more fun. But again, I would say for a lot of people, this can be very, very dangerous, especially if you wiped out, hit your head. There's a lot of variables that can kind of come into play. I'm showing you guys that for the total gym, I'll compare this to my Great Flex. When I do some standing stuff on here, like you can't do too many double arm curls with this machine with the total gym because it kind of bottoms out. The cable isn't as long as the Great Flex. However, this like cable crossover, I'm always surprised whenever I do this, just how much just range of motion I get with doing that with a single arm cable press. This is something I do that is less risky, that I'll do from time to time. Just some kneeling exercises. Again, only doing this, I think the benefit of kind of kneeling for me personally when I do this, again, it mixes things up a little bit different range of motion. I'm showing you guys incline press and like a shoulder press, but also it kind of just engages my core, my stomach, my abdominals, and my obliques a little bit more so than normal. Otherwise, you're not really missing out if you're not doing these things. Again, I'm saying it's like the third time here, not encouraging you guys to even do it, especially something like this. This is totally unnecessary. You definitely won't have to do this. I actually am just showing you guys in the Great Flex. There's a little more cable play. You can't see it, but I actually have a couple more inches where I hit those stoppers, and I feel safer on this thing. I'm not trying to sell this thing. They all have their pros and cons, but I feel safer on the Great Flex because I know the top of the glide board won't kind of come off the rails versus the total gym. Since it doesn't have those stoppers up there, the glide board actually gets stuck, and that I have actually done before. I've done some exercises standing where the sled gets stuck and I gotta like hop off really quick. But otherwise, just me messing around doing pullovers, cable crossovers, some curls. A lot of times when I'm doing this, primarily I'm doing rows. What I didn't show in this video is I can get in a bent over position to like rear delt flies. I think I've shown that in other videos of me kind of doing that. Otherwise, some staples that I'll kind of jump on here for, generally the cable crossovers, and primarily it's rowing stuff. I'll actually show you guys towards the end of the video here, me just kind of doing some stuff with the actual Great Flex easy curl bar. That I linked that down below. I'm not saying you have to use it for this, but I'll link that down below as well. You might have saw, I think you'll see it here come up in a second, another exercise I've been doing. I had a video called deadlifting on the machine. Again, I don't recommend people do it, but because it is kind of dangerous because you are standing parallel, but you can do like kind of like a mock deadlift. It's probably not even worth doing it. You could just, I would say, definitely not. I would say just, recommend people do just a normal deadlift with like free weights or whatever. But you can kind of do this like hinge pattern with your glutes and your back, just like right here. But this is very, very dangerous. If anything's dangerous, it'd be this one because your feet are parallel, so your balance is kind of, not as primed. Otherwise, I've been kind of doing this little like squat and then coming back up this way. You can see me kind of fall off there. I wanted to leave that in there, kind of show you guys that's what I'm talking about. That's where there's a risk if you leave your feet kind of parallel. Otherwise, it's just something that you're you're playing with fire here. Again, comparing to other things for me personally, just as much risk. I would say almost doing this when I'm rollerblading or even riding my bike on the street, which I don't do that either because I'm afraid of getting hit by a car, but I know some people do that. So it's all up to in the eye of the beholder is what I'm kind of getting at. Also shown here too, just is this isn't really like a totally risky thing, but I'm just showing you guys again the great range of motion that the Great Flex machine has with like shoulder presses, because just to kind of re-emphasize that here in a second. And to wrap up this video, I'm just going to show you how I'm attaching the Easy Bar curl attachment that comes with the Great Flex. You can also buy this separately on Amazon, but just showing some exercises where this kind of adds a little more slack. So if you wanted to do things like some cable crossovers, I'm not cable crossovers, I'm losing my mind, some cable curls, these kind of little deadlift pattern I was doing, this pullover isn't really doing a whole lot. You don't get a whole lot of range of motion there. I'm just messing around here. But you'll see me kind of do some curls. I even try some tricep extensions with the Easy Bar curl. But that's it, guys. Just kind of showing you, this is just a way of me having fun. I think just find some unique things. Find just a fun way to get on the machine to just have fun with it. Obviously, don't put yourself at risk. I think you should stay true to what the manufacturers intend to have this machine used for. But a lot of just use your creativity when you put together workouts, when you chain exercises together. And if you're having fun and interesting workouts in this machine, you're more apt to kind of keep coming back to it. That's why I always say, if you don't get lost in the programming or like any kind of rules with using the machine, just get down there, use regular use with it. And the machine is just naturally fun, just in the way it kind of glides. That's what I kind of keep saying. I think you guys already know that. So that's it in this video, guys. Hopefully, I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want you guys to try anything that's going to get you guys injured. Just showing you guys for entertainment value how I kind of have fun and mess around in the machine. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next workout.